In one of my previous videos, I spoke extensively in 6 ways that character can preserve leadership, and the organization of society. Among that 6, one of the ways I spoke very much on is the image of organization or a society, because the leader is carries the image of the society. For instance, now, if our president, the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, travels abroad or goes for any international gathering, it is Nigeria that comes there. Immediately he appears, it's Nigeria that appears, because he represents Nigeria. A leader represents all the makeup of the society or the organization, because it is expected that a leader should be the best of the organization in terms of intelligence, in terms of character, in terms of decision, choice, and actions. So the expectation is that anybody that comes or the society chooses as their leader should be one of the best. So anytime the leader appears, he represents the image of that organization, a society. And if eventually that the leader is one that has a character failure, it simply means that the society itself is a society that has a value issues. So that is the reality of it. So the leader is the image of the society. So that's why leaders should be very careful of their character. So once the character of a leader is dented, he has to exit a leadership position, because he's carrying the image. So who may bring a very bad image of the organization or the society before the world. So that is how it works, and that is the reality. You know, one thing we must understand. One thing that is very important and germane for everyone to understand is that everything rises and falls on leadership. And leadership rises and falls on character. Let me explain on this. Now, nothing moves until leadership moves. Nothing works until leadership works. Nothing goes until leadership goes. Nothing changes until leadership changes. Nothing grows until leadership grows. Nothing succeeds until leadership succeeds. That is the truth. Because everything that you can think of that can make any society to stand firm and survive begin from leadership. So, and the leadership itself rises and falls on character. Now, if a character of a leader is punctured, it brings a sort of wrong perception or interpretation about the society and organization. The truth is that people don't buy product of any organization, neither buy the product of a society. What I mean by a product, believing in the society and can work with them and come in and invest, until they buy the character of the leaders. So because the character of the leaders attracts trust and credibility to the society. So you can see that is how much it can be damaging when there is a questionable character of a leader. So everything rises and falls on leadership, and the leadership rises and falls on character. That is exactly how it is. Now, let's now bring it home. When you talk about the society, everything rises in terms of society and falls on values. Now, there is a connection between the character of a leader and the value system of a society. And unfortunately, or funny enough, no society can survive. In fact, society can be sustainable as much as their value system can be sustainable. A society can last as long as their value can last. A society can stand as long as their values can stand. A society can survive as long as the social value of that society can survive. You see it now. Social value is the foundation of every society. And when we talk about this social value, now let me draw it home. How does the society generate a social value, or how can social value of a society be sustained? Now, every value, generally value, has its foundation or its connectivity to two important virtues. That virtues is integrity and accountability. Now, when we talk about integrity, integrity means the art of standing for what is right at any time, at any point, no matter who is involved. and what is involved, or standing for what is right or doing the right thing anytime, anywhere, even when nobody is watching you. That is what integrity means. So integrity means that this is a right thing, I stand for it, I go for it, I am ready to die for it, no matter anytime, anywhere. My words is my words, my action is my action. I connect my action with my words and make them, they assimilate, that there is no distinction between what I say and what I do, whether in the secret or in the open. That is integrity. Now, accountability is having understanding that every action, every decision, every choice I make or behavior or whatever thing I do as a leader must one day be brought into what? Open space, where people will evaluate them and examine them. That is it. That is actually the two things. So the integrity on the right hand means is the foundation. The accountability on the other side is the cornerstone that hold leaders. And this now is where other things spring up. When you talk about a leader that has integrity and a leader that is accountable to the people, there are other things he produces. He produces the social value. Because if a leader has integrity, the leader will be transparent. One, the leader will be fair. Two, the leader will stand for justice and propagate justice. The leader will be empathic. He has empathy. The leader will think about sustainability of the society. The leader will think other general values that hold society together, because the leader is already habitual. He has a habit of integrity in him. That means he's a man that can stand for what is right anytime, anywhere, no matter who is involved or what is involved, or even no matter what he can pay, what it will cost him, without looking at what it will cost him. Now, if you look at this now, connect it with the Nigeria society today. Now, you will see where we are lacking. Because in any society where the leaders lack integrity now and they lack accountability, two things are involved now. Now, it is difficult for such a society to be able to progress and sustain other values that hold the society together. And you should also know that when integrity and the accountability, which is the foundation and the cornerstone of every society and the leadership, when it is being hammered, when it's being hit by hammer, the implication is that the society will begin to collapse. And that is what we are facing today in Nigeria. Now, it started small. There is no integrity, and there is no a platform for accountability. Leaders can do anyhow they want. However, it is the responsibility of the leaders to propagate and project this. And only when this is projected in a society can be sustainable. Now, the people or the masses will gain a trust in their leaders. And that is when the society can have confidence in the leaders, have confidence in the society, and the society itself can be sustainable and can last over time. But in a society where such things are not being visible, are not being practiced by their leaders, now there is every tendency that the society may go into extinction in some time in the future, because no society can survive outside integrity and accountability, and the other people